All right, here we are. I'm back. So I had this fun idea where I wanted to add a diagram that we can draw as part of our editor view and have it be in the context awareness of the global chat over here with Elliot. I kind of cleaned this up since the last video. I didn't feel like turning the OBS on for that, to be honest. I was just came back from Iowa and I didn't feel like it. So there's still some stuff that's a little broken, um, like this has way too much margin and padding going on. But overall, this is working pretty well. Um, I have it. We can kind of just go through. Um, I can. We can uh, get you guys up to date. Okay, here we go. Let me just restart all this. So this is working a lot better now. Um, I now have it, the editor is kind of split into columns now. I'm still tinkering with the layout. It's not perfect, and I don't think I'll actually get it to a pure perfection state, but because there's so much I want to kind of do, and I'm still trying to figure out how to lay this all out. So yeah, here we go.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey Elliot, let's do FizzBuzz.
Great choice. FizzBuzz is a classic problem that's perfect for practicing loops and conditionals. Let's work on an easy logic problem, FizzBuzz. Here's what we need to do. Write a program that prints numbers 1 to 100, but replace multiples of 3 with fizz, multiples of 5 with buzz, and multiples of both with FizzBuzz. For example, 1, 2, fizz, 4, buzz, fizz 7, 8, FizzBuzz, 11, fizz 13, 14, FizzBuzz. Does this sound good?
Yeah, so at this point it pauses the chat, and if you look in the code, we can see it here. Um, there's an array of hold on, where is it? There's an array of like common questions for it to trigger if it's up here, sorry. Where the hell is it? Be extremely concise. Yeah, I thought it was in this file. Um, okay, yeah, this is where the logic is. Okay. Yeah, so let me find it. Yeah, so check if needs confirmation. Yeah, we have this variable and then a use callback function. And so basically we just have like an uh we have an array that has a list of all these different sayings, I guess, like versions of how you would say that. Does this sound good? Should I create this problem for you? And basically uh if this gets printed, we have a function that will get us to this conditional UI where we get a yes or no. It pauses um, the whole chat at that moment, and then when we press yes, it's now going to kind of process the whole chat and then print the problem over here. There you go. And so now we have a problem page as like a third column that's like collapsible, which is where I started the video. So this was pretty rad. Like it gives you these hints, which kind of I don't want because that's the whole point of the pseudocode. But we'll see. And then yeah, it's pretty crammed, but it's cool and it's getting there. I'm really happy that I can get it to do the voice to a conditional yes or no. Um, and so what I wanted to add next, because I thought it'd be pretty cool, is if under problems we had another option, which was diagram. That way a user could use their mouse cursor and like kind of just draw little diagrams, like little you know, XY axis charts and stuff. And then I wanted to plug that in using like Base64 processing. So Anthropic API can break that down and basically it's not computer vision, but we'll just pretend it is. It breaks it down Base64 that way it can process images basically. Um, so that's kind of what I have prompted here. Yeah, I want to add another feature under the sidebar when the problem gets created that is a diagram where a user can use the mouse cursor to draw or type a diagram to help figure out the problem and have the chat know and have context of the drawn diagram. We will need to use Base64. Let's see what happens. I mean, in a high level, I understand what Base64 is doing. It's breaking the image down into binary, but anything after that, I don't fucking know. I know that it offers you OCR all the time, and that doesn't work nearly as well as Base64, and it seems like it's the old way of kind of doing image processing before a lot of this AI tooling was available. So yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what this is like because I think this would be pretty cool to be able to draw a diagram and have Elliot kind of say, you know what, you're really close, but you need to work on the whatever, you know. So let's see what we get. This is kind of the point of the project where I'm glad I can rely on AI because I don't know how the hell you'd do this. I wouldn't be able to do this without it. Some of the setup and things like that you should be able to probably figure out without it, but once you get kind of deep into the more meta features, I feel like I really prefer relying on AI at this point. But still hyper aware of what's going on the best I can be. I also really want to kind of wrap this project up. I was testing it earlier and it was pretty fun. I did like a small Python problem of like iterating over a, no, it was maximum number in an array. And it was going back and forth with me and I actually forgot I was talking to AI for a second. And I was pretty pleased with it. I think I'm actually gonna be able to learn from this thing. Um, okay, let's see what we get. Okay, cool. Diagram data. Yeah, there's a bunch of refactoring in this feature. Yeah, I'm just reading through its thinking. That's actually the VAPI call hook. I think it's printing. Sometimes cursor doesn't. Yeah, there it changed it. When it's printing and it's on the current file, it's not going to render the right file it's currently printing. So if you're ever like doing the apply, you really want to make sure it's applying the right code to the right file. If you can't handle that, I don't know what to tell you. It's still pretty basic. Um, yeah, we're getting there. Okay. I love how optimistic it is, and I'm so skeptical until it works. Okay, let's see. Diagrams are encoded as Base64 for API transmission. That's pretty much it. Users can draw their little happy hearts out. Okay, I believe you. Here we go. Good God, yeah, there's a lot going on here. Did I even? Yeah, this is the first thing. Okay. Diagram editor. Okay, this is a new one. Cool. Components, diagram editor. Wait. Oh, under dashboard. Here we go. Sorry, I checked this like a million times. Okay, source app dashboard components diagram editor. So if you hover over the file like I am right now, you can get the file path that you need to create this in. Why this isn't more explicit, I don't fucking know. I wish it was there the whole time so I didn't have to fucking hover over it. Like sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Technically, we could also just press apply, but I just am in the habit of manually throwing it in there. And also, it helps you keep track of what you're putting in the file and what your directory even has. So there's a point of where you don't want to be too hands off, even with this kind of workflow that I prefer doing. So okay, so source app dashboard components diagram editor. Here we are. And then we check the spelling about 20 times. Diagram. I feel like I'm learning to spell all over again. Diagram editor.tsx. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's create that. Groovin. Let's go on. Now we'll update the code editor, see if it breaks anything. Good so far. Might as well accept it. Update the dashboard. Okay. To handle the diagram data. Okay. Got something going on. Type question is null. Property use diagram does not exist on type intrinsic attributes in tutor chat. Something or other. We'll come back to that. Okay. I'm guessing this might fix some stuff. Yeah. Okay. Expected 0 to 4 arguments, but I got 5. Okay. A little bit. Use VAPI. This is where the magic is for now. Cool. And that fixed some stuff because we got some TypeScript things defined. Okay, and then we'll update tutor chat component to include the diagram data. Okay. No changes made. That is concerning. Sorry, I encountered. Okay, finally need to up. Okay, fuck it. Cool. Let's see what we get. User value. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with this. Hold on. This has been a problem. I don't like these infinite dependency arrays. Reset triggered. Yeah, this keeps fucking up. I need to remember what it. We need to. I forget what the way to fix that is. I fixed this like twice already. It's calling clear canvas, but doesn't include the dependency array. Can't you just take it out? Handle the reset trigger. Cool. Okay. Reset trigger and clear canvas. Didn't like that. Did I miss something? See if it fucks with me if I let it do it. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't special. Okay. Okay, so there's some block scope problem. Okay. Fuck it, let's give it again. Fix with AI. The block scope variable clear canvas used before its declaration. I know what you mean, but can you like show me? I see the issue. Oh, I see what they mean. Ooh. Might kind of be there already. Come back to it. What the fuck is this? Flowcharts. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, it's just like placeholder. Cool. See what we get. Okay. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to go through the questions all over again. Why not?
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey, what's up, Elliot? Give me a really simple iterating over a string Python problem.
Hey, perfect. Let's start with something straightforward. Let's work on a beginner strings problem. Count vowels. Here's what we need to do. Write a function that takes a string and counts how many vowels A, E, I, O, U are in it. For example, if we have hello world, it should return 3 EOO. Does this sound good?
Look at that beautiful. Look at that. That's so sick. Yeah, then it creates it for you. Look at that. Oh, fuck yeah. Look at our little diagram. Oh, dude. Look at that. Too bad I can't draw for shit. That is so cool. And then it works. Click and drag to draw. Okay, so we got like... Okay. Okay. Huh. Text. Okay. Interesting. Okay, this was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's see. Let's just like draw a house, I guess. Oh, it broke after I got done over here. Okay. Still pretty damn close. I wonder if I do this and then reopen that, get me back. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Clear. Be back. Okay, cool. Let's like draw a house or something and see if it knows what it is. Door. Oh, dude, this thing is kind of crazy.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey, Elliot, can you see the problem I'm doing and can you tell what I drew in the diagram?
Yes, I can see you're working on the count vowels in string problem. I can see your diagram where you've drawn out the word hello with letters and boxes, and you've marked the vowels E and O with arrows or indicators. That's a great visual approach, breaking down the string letter by letter and identifying which ones are vowels. Are you ready to start coding the solution?
No. Look at the diagram box.
You're right. Let me look more carefully at your diagram. I can see you've drawn something specific to help with this vowels problem. What exactly did you draw that I should be focusing on?
Does it look like a house to you?
You're absolutely right. Looking at your diagram, I can see you've drawn what looks like a house. That's not related to the vowels problem at all. I was completely wrong about what you drew. What would you like to work on? Are you interested in the vowels problem, or would you prefer a different coding challenge?
I drew like 3 squares. How can I use that to diagram somehow?
Ah, I see. You could use those 3 squares to represent the algorithm steps for counting vowels. Square 1, check each letter. Square 2, is it a vowel? Square 3, add to count. Or you could use them to trace through an example, like putting H, E, L in each square and showing which ones are vowels. Want to try diagramming the vowels problem with your squares?
Okay. So I think he can see it. That's pretty clear. I mean, I'll have to test that more. Um, yeah, because like if, and also the cursor's kind of shitty. It's like it's not centered. We should fix that. But pretty damn close. And I'm probably not going to sit here for my regular, you know, hour-long thing to figure that out. This is more just a fun idea. I kind of thought this would be a little more involved. Um, so yeah, getting closer. Okay, let's see what we can do about the cursor though. And for now, let's save that because that's pretty fucking good. Okay, so git status, git add, git status, git commit, -m, added diagram, partial complete, git push. Okay. Make the cursor for the diagram closer to the center of the cursor. How redundant is that? Right now, when it draws, it's not centered and hard to use. This was probably the canvas as a CSS style width. Okay, you're right. Of course I'm right. I tell you what to do. Okay. You're right. Wait, what the fuck is it even saying now? Has a different internal resolution than its display size, causing the cursor position to be off. Let me fix the coordinate value. Coordinate calculation to properly account for the canvas scaling. Interesting. Okay. The canvas has an internal size of 320 by 200, but it's displayed with CSS styling of 100% by height 160. Why? So what we're doing percentage and then pixels on the other one? That doesn't make much sense. Yeah, the scaling mix match. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we get. Set canvas size and width. Okay, that's what we want. Update the function. Okay. Okay, let's see what we get. Much better. You can actually draw with this thing now. I can draw all the houses I want for Elliot not to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Um, Hello world. I just want to see if you can tell me what that says.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey Elliot, look in the diagram and tell me what that says in the in my diagram in the um, under the problems.
I can see you've drawn a diagram with some logic for the vowel counting problem. I can see you have IU written and some step-by-step approach. Are you ready to implement this logic in your count vowels function, or would you like me to help you refine your approach first?
How can I diagram this?
Absolutely. Diagramming is a great way to think through the problem. I can see you've already started with some notes. Go ahead and expand on your diagram to map out your approach for counting vowels. What's your plan?
We need to iterate through the input and then check if each letter is either A, E, I, O, U. And then if it is, we need to create a count. Or no, we just need to add it to a new list. And when we exhaust the input, we should have an output that has the total count of values.
Perfect. You've got the right approach. You could add to a list and then get its length, or even simpler, just keep a counter and increment it each time you find a vowel. Are you ready to start coding this up, or do you want to diagram it out a bit more first?
Teach me what I should actually draw to diagram.
Draw the step-by-step flow. Start with your input string, then show how you loop through each character, check if it's a vowel, and increment your counter. Maybe show an example like, hello, H-U no, E, yes, count. 1, L no, oh yes, count. 2, want to sketch that out first?
All right, so I drew out a small little measuring tape of squares for me to diagram as a loop of the input. Do you see that?
Yes, I can see your squares for tracking the loop through the input. That's a great visual approach.
How many
Now
squares are there?
I can see about 8 squares in your diagram. That's perfect for working through an example like hello or another short string, ready to fill them in with characters and track your vowel count.
Okay, can you tell what I did under the squares?
I can see you've written something below the squares, but I can't make out the exact text clearly. What did you write there? Are those your vowel checks or counter tracking?
Can you look even closer? It should be pretty straightforward.
I can see you've written numbers below the squares. Looks like you're tracking the vowel count as you go through each character. That's exactly the right approach. Are you ready to trace through an example string like hello in those squares?
Okay, so he was wrong in terms of what the use of that was, but the fact that he was able to, a couple things were actually pretty amazing. The fact that he messed up the first time, yeah, he says, I can see you've written something below the squares, but I can't make out exactly the text clearly. And then I told him to look closer. It should be pretty straightforward. And then he corrected himself and said he knew that there were numbers below the squares. So, fuck yeah. Yeah, I'd say this diagram is pretty pretty mapped into the chat. Fuck yeah. Okay. Um let's rejoice and probably chill out. Okay. I think let's see what happens. Okay. This is probably a good place to stop. So yeah, I mean, at this point we can now we have our tutor. We can generate our problem through voice. It gives us a yes or no on click, which then initializes the population of the problem over here. And then we drew in a diagram for being able to diagram and have it know about it. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll pause there for now.